There, now we're live.
I'm gonna have
It's
time.
always we jump in and start talking, and I'm like, wait, let me start the recording because this is too good. And Breed is frozen. There you are.
No, there she is.
What? Oh,
Now we just have a delay. It's fine.
okay.
Jay's sporting. We were just talking about Jay's shirt, which he will model for us. Which Brita bought for him.
It's very nice. See, I do my Italian there. All right, there. We'll do the gun show.
Perfect. You don't have one already, do you, Jay?
So no, I do not, Brita.
No?
I think
Good,
somewhere I
awesome.
have an Italian flag shirt from my mom, but
Oh,
I do
no,
not
no,
have.
this is
I
way
don't have
better.
the Rocky Balboa, the official Rocky shirt.
Yes.
Adrian!
So
Okay, let me tell the story. So I go thrifting with my friend, and she sells things on eBay, like resells stuff that she finds on eBay. She finds it at thrift store, she resells it on eBay, and sometimes like the stuff like she found a Furby, like a rare Furby. It doesn't even work, but it's like the Furby with a crown. I don't know. It's some sort of special Furby. Anyway,
she found their
she sold it for like $60, and she bought it for like $3 at the thrift store. So
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, this might be my new job. I don't know. But anyway, so one of the things we do is we always go through the T-shirts because people will pay money for concert T-shirts.
Right. You get like the vintage band shirts.
Weird T-shirts or
Sure.
Yeah. So we always go through all the men's T-shirts. Women's T-shirts are crap. Of course, they're not fun. And I saw the Italian Stallion, and I texted Jay actually from the thrift store. I was like, "What size T-shirt are you?"
I get this text out of the blue. What size T-shirt do you wear? And I'm like, I'm a little nervous to answer this, but for those who are wondering, it is. I normally take a medium, but this is a small. But again, when you're giving off the gun show, it's okay. So
yeah. So I just figured, like, for $1.99, 50% off. How could I pass it up?
Yep.
I do
Anyway,
apologize.
What? I'm actually sitting in the chair that I bought the same day.
Nice.
I bought an antique little wooden chair that I refinished, and I call it my Goldilocks chair because I found it at the thrift store, and I was like, oh, what a cool little old chair, And I pulled it out, and I was like looking at it again, 50% off, so it was like $6. And I pulled it out, and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, like neat little chair. And then I sat in it, and it's perfect size for Brita. I can sit in it, and my feet touch the floor.
Wow.
And it's super comfortable. Yeah. So.
The office chair we bought several years ago is showing the wear of working from home. So it's not something I'd ever thought of. The office chair. It's like they last forever. Well, not when you're sitting in one. 5-6 days a week. Aha! Ahoy hoy!
I'm sorry. He's about to have a episode.
Oh, cat drama.
Hasn't been fed in possibly minutes.
I guess he woke up.
Yeah. So how's everybody? How was your week?
I'm alive.
Yeah, good. Jay. Jay
has an exciting event.
Yeah. I had a little incident last week. At the end of last week, was right. I have a bicycle. I'm one of those people. It's basically because I could tell that running was taking its toll on my knees. So I said, hey, I have a bike. I mean, I've had this bike since my son was a baby. In fact, I bought it because I outfitted it with, like a, God, why can't I think of the word? But it was just set up for a baby seat behind me. There was a little fender mounted platform. What the hell? Why can't I think of the word? But anyway, anyway, we set
We
up
know
with a
what you mean.
child. Yeah, it goes on over the tire, and you fit the child seat on, and they sit with their little helmet. It was cute. He loved it, and we had a lot of fun, and it's been kind of not functioning for a bit. I got it going when I moved down here, and I pulled it out, and I've been trying to break up running and biking just to mix things up so my knees last a little bit longer. And I was riding down one of the main roads on the sidewalk, because I do not ride in traffic, because that's a good way to die around here. I've accepted, periodically there are crossroads, and cars don't stop. So a car came to the stop sign, blew right through it, and I piled into the side of the car.
Nice.
As they
So
do.
yeah, so that was it was not fun. I wound up in urgent care. Fortunately, nothing was broken. Apparently, I am indestructible. So that's the lesson I'm taking from this: is I'm invincible.
Excellent.
So apparently I am.
Don't test the theory.
I am a weaker version of the Tick. So, but they were very, very apologetic, and I think they're a little afraid I'm going to sue. But I'm like, right, my bike was unharmed. I just, I wasn't broken, but
Bruises.
stop at the not even bruises. I was shocked because my left quad took the brunt of the impact, and I thought for sure that the whole top of my leg was going to be purple, and no, it was fine. I don't know. Like I said, I'm invincible. I'm like Wolverine without the claws. I've been trying to get them to pop out for like a week now. I'm like, I don't even know what muscle to flex. I'm like, come on. It doesn't work.
Is that the first car you've hit on a bicycle?
Yes. I am 51 years old. I've been riding a bicycle since I was 5, and this is the first time I've ever hit a car.
That's funny.
I hit a parked car when I was a kid.
I had a good friend who did that.
I was just going to say that. I hit parked cars when I was riding a bicycle when I was a kid several times.
You didn't learn the first time? Pay attention.
Well, you're pedaling along, you're not paying attention. You look down, and all of a sudden, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I've wiped out plenty of times, but I was a stupid kid who'd go up the big dirt pile and then ride down the incline like this.
That's what you do.
Try to jump over the pond. You never make it. Never make it. I don't care how fast you're going. No. It's a small pond. No, it's okay if you get going down the hill.
And the plywood ramp never works either. You just go up and thunk, thunk,
it just falls. Exactly. Gravity is a harsh mistress.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a brush with mortality. So I do not.
I guess I'm next.
I do not wish to repeat it. I know. Poor Alan.
Well,
Alan
you
had
injured.
his heart thing. Yeah. And Jay had his.
I had cars trying to kill me. I crashed on my bicycle. I felt like a little kid. I'm like, "Oh, call my mom and never come get me."
You know what? It's just like a motorcycle. A bicycle's just a smaller, slower version of the same thing. It's not.
Is your bike okay?
That's the damnedest thing. Untouched. I had to fix my mirror. That was the only thing, because when I saw, I'm coming down the road and I see the car. Literally, we got to the intersection at the same time, and I'm just like, oh, well, they have to stop. Bang! And I managed to turn so that I basically sideswiped rather than T-boned. And I think that's what made a big difference. My quad took most of the impact, but yeah, just basically I've got a little bar end mounted mirror just so I can keep an eye on traffic. And I mean, it literally just got turned up. I had to loosen it, put it back in position and tighten, and that was it. Bike was fine. Everything's good. I've ridden it 3 times this week, so about 40 miles. So it's been fine.
Excellent.
Cool.
So, kids, be careful out there. Even though they have a stop sign, it doesn't mean they're going to stop. So, I was wearing a helmet. I wear a helmet on my bicycle. I look like a dork, but I didn't get a concussion, so that's something. It was little positive feedback for me, but it is disorienting. I was really surprised at what kind of shock it is.
It always is.
Yeah.
Did the other driver check to see if you were okay?
Oh yeah, that was the funny part. Apparently, she was in a hurry to pick her child up at school, and hence the yeah, and basically gave me a ride to my house, and then left and picked up her kid. And I got texts later. Oh, hope you're okay, blah blah. And I'm like, as soon as I got the oh, don't worry, we'll pay your co-pays. And I was like, all right, well, because I'm thinking, my God, I dented her car. I'm going to get sued. And then, I'm like, no.
Well, you didn't run the stop sign.
Exactly. And it's like, even if it comes down to a he said, she said, it's like, well, why did you offer to pay for my medical bills?
Right.
So I'm not terribly concerned about that, but besides, I'll just,
luckily you're okay.
I don't have any insurance. So yes, yes. Thank you, Buddha. Other than, being a little more distrustful of the human animal than I was before, if that's even possible. Yeah.
Is that possible?
I was going to say.
Well, apparently you weren't distrustful enough.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently I need like a lance. But anywho, so at least I didn't need Jimmy Kimmel to save me.
Oh my God.
Did you watch that?
I did.
I watched parts of it.
At some point we've got to say, no more. He can't give. It was painful. We're Joe Biden was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah. Wasn't it his very first late night talk show appearance?
I don't know. I mean, it's the
as
first
president.
One
I think so.
It's the first one I've seen. Whoever made the decision should be fired because
seriously,
when you need Jimmy Kimmel to say, we're going to go cut to a commercial now so you can take a break, it's a bad look.
Yeah. It was, and even before then, when he was talking, it was senile grandpa talk. I mean, he couldn't string one coherent word into another coherent word.
Yeah,
that made any sense at all.
It was Grandpa Simpson.
Yes,
for real.
I was exactly going to say that. I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. In fact, I'd wager Abe Simpson is probably more coherent than Joe Biden.
Probably is.
At this point, maybe,
he just started babbling, and then to make things worse, did we see friggin' Kamala Harris? We've got to work together. It was like,
no.
Go ahead, say we have to work together again.
I'm not sure what's going on. First of all, Kamala Harris is not senile, that we know of. But
no, she's just
she
stupid.
Always sounds to me like, well, she's stupid, but she also sounds to me like someone who didn't do her homework.
Right. She's not
right.
Yeah,
she has to give a speech or she has to take a test or whatever, and she didn't do her homework, and now she's kind of like just fudging it as she goes along.
She's giving a book report on a book she didn't read.
Right.
A book she didn't read. It's like she looked at the cover
and kind of absolutely.
Yeah. Didn't even bother to buy the Cliff's Notes.
Yeah.
But, if I was vice president for Joe Biden, I don't think I'd do anything either. I mean, if I was like hired because I was black and a woman, I'd be like, this is
But
this is like every other job I've ever had. Probably.
That's exactly right. I was just going to say that her entire career has been positions she was hired for things other than competence.
Right.
At the job.
My favorite job that she had, my favorite job that Kamala Harris ever had was as Montel Williams' girlfriend. You ever see that clip of him introducing her to the press?
No.
And she's wearing like a slinky little number, and she's Montel Williams' girlfriend at some event. Look it up. Google it. Yeah.
Okay, then.
I'm not, I don't begrudge anybody like going out and wear a slinky dress and having fun, but like, are you a serious person? Really?
I've got the legs for it. I'm going to say that.
Yeah, we know, Jay.
And yeah, I mean, she's one bad stroke away from being president.
Well, no, she's one bad stroke and Dr. Jill letting go. I have absolutely no doubt that she would Edith Wilson the fuck out of him. She would fucking Weekend at Bernie's his fucking decaying corpse. Look, Joe's fine. He's in the background like this, I have absolutely no qualms. And can we just stop pretending that January 6th was in any way, shape, or form? It's everywhere. Oh, they're going to have it's fucking the
TV show starts tonight.
Yeah, one of the Michigan gubernatorial candidates just got arrested.
Yeah,
because he was there. Mm-hmm. It's Night of the Long Knives, and we're okay with that. Oh, it was the most dangerous event. Blah 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 blah. I saw someone pointed out on Facebook that this is the weirdest insurrection in human history because it lasted one day. There were no weapons. Everybody went home.
Lasted less than a day.
No politicians were touched, let alone harmed. And yet it has been in the news since January 6th, 2021 for a year and a half.
It's all they have, Jay.
It's exactly it. And they know the midterms are coming up. Gas is $5 a gallon. Fucking milk is $4 a gallon. Everything has gone through the roof. Biden's out there going, the economy's going great. He's fucking Chip Diller. Everything is fine.
He's that, what is it, Baghdad Bob?
Yeah.
There aren't any tanks in Baghdad.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
there have never... There's no Americans in Baghdad as an M1 Abrams rolls by, And it's just, and that Jimmy Kimmel thing was just pathetic. I mean, it was just...
Well, I'm Googling now, how many viewers does Jimmy Kimmel actually have?
Probably not that many.
Probably less than Joe Rogan.
Oh, everybody's less than Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Not that many. Like
CNN wishes they had a 10th of Joe Rogan's viewers.
I think we have as many as CNN Plus.
Yeah, we might.
Yeah. So,
peak.
But the person who decided to put Joe Biden on Jimmy Kimmel, they're probably like, what's the worst that could happen?
He could make a fool out of himself in front of hundreds.
But I did like the little thing Joe Biden slipped in there that he wanted to put all of his political adversaries in jail.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what dictators do.
And then they immediately went out and arrested that guy in Michigan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But imagine if Trump had said that.
Oh
my God, he's a fascist dictator. Bah bah bah.
Oh yeah, they would have impeached him for the third time.
How long did we hear about the plot to assassinate? What the hell is their name? Whitmer.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
And first of all,
why did they do that?
All feds. It was
right. But what was the purpose? It's the governor of Michigan. Who cares?
But we heard about that for what, months?
Well, she was
the right-wing extremists.
She was super vax.
Yeah,
militant.
Yeah, she was real core with the lockdowns and the vaccination.
Right. And people were upset about it, and they wanted to trot out a show trial for that.
And yet, some dude says he's going to DC to kill a Supreme Court justice over the Roe versus Wade thing, and the news is like, what? Huh? What?
Yeah.
What? We don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but we know why. is a Democrat going to kill somebody. So,
Yeah.
they're just sorry he wasn't successful. Because then they could be going on
how
about
that goes.
Then they could be going on about how Biden gets a Supreme Court pick.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to kick shit off, pull that.
Wouldn't put it past them.
But that doesn't count. But January 6th.
Well, what about all the people? What about the people openly conspiring to blockade the Supreme Court building to prevent the Supreme Court from meeting and issuing their opinion on the abortion case? They're active. They're getting together. Several news
Is
stations.
it law that they have to meet in person?
I don't think so, but they're conspiring to do something illegal, and they're talking about how they're going to do. We may have to resort to unconstitutional acts. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, you had Joe Biden encouraging people to go to their homes.
Yeah.
The president of the United States encouraging people to go to the homes of Supreme Court justices, a co-branch of government. Go intimidate a co-branch of government.
Well, Schumer did it too. Schumer told them they were going to reap the whirlwind.
It's if you were trying to force a confrontation, what would you do differently?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, clearly they're trying to force something. Clearly they want a group of right-leaning people to confront these people. And they would love it if a bunch of people got shot.
Sure.
Because then that would be it. Boom. It's all over.
They could pass another phony baloney gun bill.
Yep. And in case you missed it, yes,
well, they're going to try.
The Democrats voted on, I know it was at least magazine restrictions and raising the age,
magazine restrictions. There's some other things.
Well, they have Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. When you can't.
He just canceled himself good, didn't he?
In Texas, he sure did.
Yeah, he did.
He's with Beto now.
Yeah,
good luck,
really
Matthew.
Is. Yep.
Yeah.
Get woke, go broke.
Like he's with Beto now. Like he's at that level, really. Come on.
Go shill for Bourbon and Lincoln, who, by the way, have killed more people than AR-15s, you fucking douchebag.
True.
Yep.
Speaking of Matthew McConaughey, hey. I tried to watch The Gentleman on Netflix this past weekend.
Yes.
I fell asleep. It was a Guy Ritchie movie.
Really?
It was a Guy Ritchie movie, and it was, and you know how usually his movies are like shoot 'em up, kind of action-y, blah, blah, blah. This, for some reason, was like gloomy and monotone. Like, for everything that was going on in the actual plot, the actual movie was kind of meh, and I fell asleep. So I don't think we finished it.
It has a pretty good rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed that a Guy Ritchie movie had a plot.
It was just me. Well, yeah.
You were just tired.
We watched another Guy Ritchie movie, Wrath of Man, Jason Statham. And it was very good. Had a plot and everything.
Jason Statham kept you awake and interested.
Well, he never took his shirt off. So,
are you sure it was Jason Statham? I thought it was contractually required that he take his shirt off in every movie.
Right, I know. I think he's getting older now and is reluctant to take his shirt off. But I told Mike, I was like, Jason Statham is to Guy Ritchie what Johnny Depp is to Tim Burton.
Oh.
I'm not wrong. He's
accurate.
In all the Guy Ritchie. Yeah. So anyway, little movie review for the week.
All right. So Wrath of Man, thumbs up. The other one,
Gentleman,
thumbs down. I hadn't even heard of that.
Yeah.
If we want to talk about movie reviews. That's not really a movie. Oh, The Orville started its new season.
It's just season
What is the
3.
Orville?
Season 3, The Orville. It's
The best Star Trek
it's
since
the
Deep Space
it's the
Nine.
best. It is the best Star Trek since Deep Space Nine. It really is.
Is it like Galaxy Quest?
Yes.
Also
similar.
the best Star Trek movie.
Yes.
It's what's the guy that does that? It's Seth
MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane does it, and it is surprisingly good. It's better than you would expect. I mean, I watched the first 2 seasons, and I thought they canceled it, and then Hulu picked it up, and it's it is a better Star Trek than anything they've come out with. Like Jay said, since Deep Space Nine, they even have a shape changing blob. So
Okay. Oh, like Odo?
yeah, sort of. Anyway. But no, I
can't
wanted
watch
to
that actor in any other thing. The guy who played Odo, I can't see him in anything else because he's just
Rene
Rene
Auberjonois.
Auberjonois.
Yeah.
He was in
Yeah.
Benson.
Can't.
All right, the Robert Guillaume vehicle.
Yeah,
Benson.
I remember that.
The original Benson.
That's I'm showing my age
Back
here.
in the day.
But,
Anyway, I wanted to mention the Time Traveler's Wife series. If you're a fan of the book and you hated the movie, the series is redemption for
Yeah, it's really good.
for that. You can pretend like the movie never existed, but
like Blues Brothers 2000 never
yes,
happened.
Never happened. Highlander 2 never happened.
RoboCop, anything other than the first one.
Right.
Die Hard 3 to whatever. Oh,
I'm
getting a text message from upstairs.
Oh.
The text is coming from inside the house.
Okay.
It is. Oh. The cats are sleeping together on the couch.
Oh, you got a pic.
Anyway.
Oh, there's a picture.
That's worth it.
They're together. It's so rare. They're very cute.
Well, we know they're not huddled together for warmth, but
no.
Not today.
Just for cuteness.
So have y'all been paying attention to this Washington Post kerfluffle that's been going on?
Tangentially, but it's like a car wreck inside of a train wreck.
It's middle school Mean Girls is what it is
at the Washington
Post.
Like
most of Twitter.
And so this woman this woman Felicia Sonmez was taking to Twitter and just having it out with everybody, and this afternoon they fired her.
Really?
Why was she having it out with everyone?
Because she's a liberal Karen. There
was one of the columnists retweeted
that joke about every woman's a bi. Every woman is bi. You just have to figure out whether it's bipolar or bisexual. He retweeted that joke on his own personal Twitter account. It had nothing to do with the Washington Post,
and it set her off. It triggered her,
and it triggered her, right?
But then they've got this Taylor Lawrence who was claiming to have sources that she didn't. Like the sources she claimed were like, no, she never reached out to us.
Yeah,
she just made shit up, attributed it to people, and she's still, as far as I know, still employed.
She still has a job.
She's also the one that doxed somebody.
She did. The libs of TikTok. She doxed that person.
Who their crime is they literally take tweets from the same person that are diametrically opposed. Right. That's all this group does. They don't. They just here's you said this, and then 2 months later you said you said the president.
Right.
It's the president's fault. Gas prices are so high when it was Trump. The president has no control over gas prices when it's Biden. They do stuff like that.
Right.
It's literally just people's own words, and that's the biggest offense in human history.
Well,
After
duh.
after January 6th, of course.
Maybe worse than January 6th.
Yeah.
So
Just-
yeah. So anyway, this Felicia Sonmez she was what she sued.
Why'd they fire her? I mean, I would
She-
think
they-
that they
they-
would love that sort of thing. No?
They fired her because she was dragging the newspaper's dirty laundry out in public.
Oh.
She was
Oh.
insubordinate. They told her to stop. She didn't stop.
right.
Okay.
It's that thing. If you work for any company and you publicly make the company look bad, you will get fired.
Right.
I don't care who you are or
Yeah.
who you work for. If you do something that makes the company look bad, you're going to get fired. And that's what she did. She made, I mean,
Okay.
of course, the Washington Post looks bad every fucking day, but
Oh,
you
the
know,
truth
say,
dies
yeah.
in darkness.
but
Hold on.
apparently this was, too much or something. So anyway, and she was talking about how, so apparently a bunch of the people that worked in the newspaper were talking about what a great place it was to work for and all this kind of stuff. And she had tweeted that, these people, they're among the stars who get away with murder and they're all white and, all this kind of stuff. And she just wouldn't stop. And they told her to stop and she didn't stop. And they said, bye, Felicia.
Did she just have like a meltdown and just
I think she thought she was doing her woke virtue signaling in public.
okay. Yeah.
And she took it too far, even for the Washington Post. So
I know everyone's like,
You-
"Oh, Netflix, stop the woke stuff. Oh, it's turning around. It's turning around." It's like, I think that's premature.
so
Yeah.
so the guy that came up with that original tweet that every girl is bi, you just have to figure out if it's polar or sexual. He did a follow-up where he added a third one where it's ICH.
Oh boy.
Or ITCH. Anyway.
Yeah, it's by TCH. Yeah.
It,
Oh. Okay, I got
It
it.
is.
yeah.
Oh
So-
God, it's exhausting. First of
and-
all, these millennials on Twitter, they're fucking exhausting. It's all high school bullshit.
It is. It's
like masquerading as journalism. It's
The
And-
one shining grace is that when Biden's feckless policies cause Trader Joe's to run out of food, they will all starve to death.
oh, true.
So, God, I mean, it's like,
You know, this is kind of a weird aside, but there's this one celebrity makeup person, and I mean, I'm talking about people that this is way outside the scope of our audience. Anyway, he's super popular or super famous for what he does, and he sells makeup, and he became famous for being a makeup guy and whatever. Anyway, he's bazillionaire now, and he decided he got sick of Hollywood, and he moved out to Wyoming. Y'all can Google it if you want, but moved out to Wyoming, and he owns a yak ranch now. Like, he has like an insane amount of acreage in Wyoming and is raising yaks in Wyoming.
okay.
I think he's still selling his makeup and he's still famous and he still does YouTube and all that stuff. But he sells, I mean, he has a yak ranch and he has certain yaks that are like his pets or like for breeding, all that sort of stuff. But he is also raising yaks for meat, which apparently is delicious and very lean.
yak burger.
Yeah.
Now I'm
and
hungry.
yak jerky and right? I would love to try it. But
Yak jerky.
yak jerky. I'm gonna try to.
I mean, I would
look that up.
imagine it's in
Anyway,
the same vein as bison, where it's leaner than beef. and-
yeah. But it's still yak, and the meat is very, very red because yaks have like huge lung capacity and lots of oxygen because they're from the Himalayas, right?
Yeah.
So they're
Right.
mountain creatures. And so anyway, I'm going on. Anyway, so this YouTuber, he has been kind of introducing his audience to his yak ranch and yakking. He calls it yakking. We've been yakking for a year or whatever.
Oh
So
my God.
I know, but it's
That's almost a
fascinating.
J joke.
It's almost a J joke. Yeah, he's been yakking for a year. But
Should probably see a doctor.
a lot of his audience are kind of younger millennial, probably even younger than that. You know, people online, and he was talking about yak meat. And a lot of the people in the comments were like, "Well, what? Like meat comes from animals? Like it doesn't come from the grocery store?" And
What?
there are people, oh yes.
Oh my
There are
God.
people who do not realize that meat comes from animals, and it comes from, you have to kill an animal to get meat. It doesn't just come packaged in the store.
Sorry, I
There's
briefly
been like lots of, yeah.
yeah.
It's not an uncommon thought with certain,
Meat
Idiot.
is murder. Get it at the grocery store. What's wrong with you?
yes. So, but you were saying like the millennials are all, Trader Joe's is going to run out of food.
Yeah,
And
they run
we're
out
all
of
gonna
food and they'll all
starve,
starve
so
to death. So
yeah,
you
and we're all going to be living off of yak meat.
Okay.
yeah, I guess they're finally starting to allow importation of baby formula,
Lord.
which
Yeah,
Are they
from
even
China.
are they even releasing it to stores yet though? Are they releasing it to
I
stores, or are they just sending it to doctors and pharmacies?
I don't know.
Well, they're still sending it to the border.
And yeah, oh yeah, and I have to go back to one of my liberal friends posted, under capitalism, baby food, the baby formula is out of stock and children are starving. They told us this would happen under socialism. And I'm like, well, see, the big problem there is you don't say why the baby formula is out of stock. It's because the government fucked up.
Yep.
There was contaminants found in baby formula, not the formula that comes from the largest manufacturer. Different formula. This manufacturer said, hey, would you like us to stop production so you could check it? The government said, yes, we would. This was in February. They still have not checked it. 4 fucking months. And they just, we haven't gotten around to it. See, the government fucked it up. And your solution is, let's go socialist and give the government more power. That way they can fuck it up even harder. Like, think, you fucking dolts.
They
I
can't,
don't
Jay.
get
I think
this.
They can't think.
the headline I saw was that it was February of 2021.
That I hadn't heard. I hadn't followed it because
You didn't fact check me, but I think it was 2021, which is even more fucked up.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Is there literally anything that this fucking turnip in chief hasn't absolutely mangled?
No.
I mean, just literally everything. I mean, I kind of get why they're January 6th, because that's literally the only thing you have.
February 2022.
Oh.
In February 2022, the FDA warned consumers not to use certain powdered infant formulas produced in Abbott's nutrition plant in Sturgis, Michigan.
They're just Sturgis, Michigan. I learned something
There was
today.
something with a whistleblower, formula whistleblower in February 2021.
It's entirely possible. And then a whistleblower in the FDA came forward and said, yeah, the FDA fucked up. They could have recalled the product without shutting down the facility. They do recalls all the time on stuff without shutting down something.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And again, that
Yep. Yeah.
Yep, that doesn't, and that's ABC News, folks. That's not,
Yeah. And they didn't do anything. So they could, but and it's just the typical, it's like there was the press conference, was it last week, where one of the actual like news, I forget, it was CBS, NBC, or it was one of those reporters was asking the new press idiot, who was the one that didn't inform Biden about the formula. She hemmed and hawed and couldn't answer and all that kind of stuff. And the reporter's like pressing her on it, like, how, you have to know who it is.
Yeah.
Why can't you tell us?
But Alan, she's black and she's gay.
And gay, yes. This was the same one who said, "Oh, the president doesn't keep track of the stock market." What?
What does he do?
You don't impeach a president when the economy's doing well. That was
right.
20.
This one,
4 years.
This new one makes Peppermint Saki look like
Peppermint Saki,
a genius.
Yeah, I think that's her only role is to make us yearn for the competence of Jen Psaki and circle back, girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that.
No,
I don't know. And yet, nobody mentions that. Nobody's like, this is useless. There's no point. At some point, they've got to say, we're just not going. We're not covering it.
Oh, they can't do that.
Well, isn't she also an immigrant?
They're going to have
to. Immigrant, black, and gay. So.
Oh, but she's a legal immigrant, so it doesn't matter. They don't care about those.
And a woman.
And a black gay woman. I mean, geez.
Now we just have
all
to
she needs now is a handicap
or bisexual.
I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we know she's bisexual.
Disability. All she needs now is a disability, and she's like golden.
Clearly, she's got that, Brita.
Yeah, I think she's got the disability down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's.
She was in the special class.
It's sad. It really is. It's like I can't even be all that mad. It's like you are clearly so over your head. It's like she's like Kamala Harris.
It's like Kamala Harris.
Well, even the regular news people that bend over backwards to excuse Obama are starting to rake her through the coals because she's so incompetent at her job.
It's just terrible. And it's like, she just lies, and it's not even like, no, it's not convincing. You're lying. You're clearly lying. You're making no attempt to hide the fact that you're lying. And, I think that the press can sense that the way things are going in a very bad direction. Gas is fine. The news story is now, the January 6th is starting to get pushed out by record gas price. Oh, guess what? Record gas price.
Here.
Oh, guess what? Record gas price. And that's starting to, everything is going up. And even though they fuck with the, the inflation numbers. Oh, no, it's not bad. Yeah, because you exclude food and fuel.
Yep.
Home heating oil is almost $6 a gallon.
Well, oh my God.
Yeah. I am very happy I'm on natural gas.
We have breaking news.
Uh-oh.
America's paper of record, the Babylon Bee.
Oh, God.
Has announced that Miley Cyrus will perform at the halftime show of the January 6th committee hearings.
That's actually too tame.
It wouldn't surprise me if it happened, though.
It is. They hired some TV producer to choreograph the thing for primetime TV.
Ooh, I saw an ad for it. I saw an ad, like on YouTube or something. I saw an ad for it, like it was like a TV show.
And the media was admitting they need to get this information out before the midterms.
Right.
They're admitting we are doing this solely to influence another election.
Wow.
Well, again, it's all they have.
Again.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all they have.
Nobody cares anymore. It's like everybody knows what's
going
on, but nobody cares.
They lost COVID. They lost the economy.
Yeah.
They lost the war. You know, when Biden had his disastrous pull out of Afghanistan, this administration has no wartime legitimacy.
Well, what happened to Ukraine?
He's trying. Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They tried and tried and tried and tried to make Ukraine a thing, and it's been a big flop because Americans don't fucking give a shit about Ukraine.
Why would we care?
Or Russia? Because we don't give a shit. And they sent all that money over there, and everybody was like, "Hey, wait, we need that money here.
Wait.
Why are you sending it to them?"
We're out of baby food.
Right.
Gas is $5 a gallon. New car costs have almost doubled. Why are we sending billions and billions to Ukraine?
Speaking of which, I saw somebody posted a sticker. I saw I think it was on Instagram. So it was a sticker for a Ford F-150 that had, the MSRP was $62,000 or something like that. Market adjustment fee of $69,000.
Yep.
The dealership was selling a new 2022 F-150 for over $140,000.
Yep. Although gas prices are putting an end to that shit quick. I just saw a local dealership discounted a Dodge Ram $8,000 off of MSRP. The dealer markup is gone.
Might be a good time to buy one.
Yeah, I know. Don't tempt me.
Gas prices won't be high forever.
Well, I'm figuring at least through 2024.
Well, adjusted for inflation, they're still not the highest they've ever been. Right. So,
but that was because we have a local dealership that does the same exact thing. They had a Bronco for $133,000.
Yeah,
and it was like that's like a $60,000 vehicle.
Yeah, most dealerships, if you order it, you'll pay MSRP.
Yeah,
but
if you can take delivery of what's on the lot, or you're willing to wait.
No, well, yes, but if you want what's on the lot, they don't have anything on the lot. So if you need it now, you're going to pay. Yeah. You're going to pay that huge markup. Like and don't even talk about buying a used car.
Pickup trucks.
In certain parts of the country, that's a house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Buy a house.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, Brita, because you remember my liberal friend who was complaining about baby formula? He had another one.
Okay.
And it was how people are being priced out of owning their own homes. This is terrible. All of these corporations are buying up all of these homes and charging exorbitant prices. And I'm like, weren't you the motherfucker saying people shouldn't be evicted because they don't pay their rent?
Oh.
Again, yeah, exactly. You were the one going on about, we shouldn't, those evil landlords, how can they get their money? People aren't working because of COVID. They should have rent forgiveness for the next fucking millennia. And then big surprise, guess what? Those landlords can't pay their mortgage or their property tax. So they go bankrupt. And then it gets sold for pennies on the dollar to those giant corporations you're complaining about. You created the problem you're bitching about.
Yeah. Or that's
the left in a nutshell.
Or they don't even go bankrupt. It's most people that have rental property like that, it's a business. And if the business stops making money, they sell it. And they'll go put their money in something else.
Yeah.
So
it's like I can't comprehend being that unself-aware. Or perhaps that's shameless.
It's not that they're unself-aware. They just can't reason beyond the first order effects. They can't move past second and third order effects of things. They're incapable of it. That's why they're always shocked and surprised when stuff doesn't work out the way they wanted it to.
Their little pie in the sky schemes.
Yeah. Clearly, it's white supremacists. That's it. It's white supremacists on January 6th.
Yeah.
January 6th. Once again, I'm closing by saying January 6th. Worst event in human history. I mean, why not? Why not? At this point, January 6th was worse than the Holocaust. January 6th was worse than Holodomor. Worse than the Armenian genocide.
Worse
Right.
than the Great Leap Forward.
Yes. Oh, so that was fine, Alan. See that?
Worse,
Yeah.
worse than the U.S. Civil War.
Genghis Khan. There you go.
Well, nothing was worse than that.
What is it, like one in every 120 people has traces of his DNA?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Well, that's a lot of that's because he killed off everyone else too. You know.
Little from column A, little from column B.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the coming months, because they've got,
Well, we know what's going to happen, Jake.
less than 5 months before the midterms.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's going to happen this summer?
Riots.
Riot after riot after riot.
Yep.
It will not stop.
They're going to go back to it. And
when's the Supreme Court supposed to do
right?
When's the Supreme Court supposed to do the abortion thing? Isn't that like into June or July or something like that?
Something like that.
That's going to be the kickoff.
Okay. Can I just?
That's going to be the kickoff for the riots.
I understand. However, they're trying to get like women to riot because of the abortion thing, and I've noticed like certain things, like on Twitter, and like they're encouraging women to like
Rita,
get out there. And
are you a biologist? How can
No.
you say what a woman is? Maybe they just all identify.
Okay.
They're putting tampon dispensers.
Did you see the show? Did you see that movie?
I watched the What is a Woman movie.
Oh God.
The Matt Walsh thing. It was really good.
You're getting like death threats over that.
Very good.
What
interested me was that when he was interviewing all of the, the people that he went around and talked to, he was not, I mean, I only saw what they put in the movie. They could have all edited out, a whole bunch of stuff, but he was very reasonable and very calm and very like, just asking his questions. And really, I said, he's like a modern day Socrates. Just asking the questions, making people think.
That one gay dude about lost his shit several times.
Yes.
The social, I don't know what he was.
He looked like he was going to have a fist fight. I don't know.
Yeah, he was on the verge of having a breakdown or something. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah. And with spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to watch it, there's a twist at the end. He goes around. So the thing is, he goes around to all these different experts and asks them what's a woman, and none of them, none of the tradition, none of the usual suspects will admit to knowing. It's amazing how few degreed professional people can't figure out what a woman is. And he's like,
right.
You know what? I'm going to go ask my wife. and he goes ask his wife, and she just looks at him like he's an idiot and says, it's an adult human female.
Yeah. Duh. Well, I just think that I think everybody wants, not everybody, but like social media wants women to be one thing.
Yes.
And we have to, this is what you're supposed to look like. This is what you're supposed to do. And it's all like, it's like the identity politics distilled down to, this really horrible thing that doesn't exist in reality,
Right.
And so to say what is a woman, and I think this is where this whole transgender thing really, part of the problem is that everybody thinks that being a woman is one thing. Like, you have to wear makeup, you have to wear a dress, you have to have long hair, you have to whatever. that's what a woman is, and it's like a costume that you can put on and suddenly you're a woman. Any one of us can say that we all know women that don't fit the traditional like mold, right?
Right.
But we're all still women, and somehow
Yep.
this has become like
Yep.
so strange. I mean, it's the concept of, and I think the trans girls especially, it's tragic what's happening is with girls in social media is that, I mean, there's so much pressure anyway to be pretty and to be perfect and to be popular and blah 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 when you're in those formative years, and then all of a sudden you have society and social media telling you have to be this, and then some people just aren't that and will never be that and can't be that, and that's totally cool. It doesn't make you not a woman. It just makes you you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's funny
that's
that
fine. This doesn't mean you're a man. It doesn't mean you're, people are going crazy with the trans stuff and the pronouns. Yeah.
I think it's funny that we have this the blatantly obvious controversial trans figures that get all the attention are the men pretending to be women in sports.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the overwhelming number of people that identify as trans something are girls who decide to be men.
Or boys or, yeah.
Or from female to male. That's like the
right.
And I lay that squarely on social media. I think that's
Agreed.
100% the fault of social media.
It would be interesting too to see a correlation between your traditional females, that the makeup and the beautiful and the ones that conform to that particular checkbox, and the ones that identify as male. I'll bet you'll find that there is zero overlap.
Oh, I'm sure there's zero overlap, Jay.
And it's
Of course.
Because if you already conform to that ideal, why would you change?
And this is the way that you get the attention that the beautiful girls get.
Yeah.
And this is going to be one of those things that, decades from now, people look back and say, how the fuck did things get that crazy? It's Heinlein's crazy years.
And it's really sad because we're in this era of be yourself and celebrate who you are.
Yep.
And we have this whole generation of people trying to be.
Yep, exactly.
It just.
Don't be you, be something else.
And I just. Yeah. And it's, and I hate to put it this way, but it's like alpha and betas, right? So if you're an alpha female and there's alpha females and they are pretty and they are powerful and they, they're all those things. If you're a beta, then and not all of them are mean. Some of them are just, that's who they are.
Yeah.
And, they run with it. But there's also like beta females who are not that and, cannot be that. And that's okay. But society's not telling them that it's okay. Which it's just a mess. And I feel so sad for, anybody who gets caught up in that.
And Alan, you've got a really good
sad.
point. Every trans person that has made the news has been a trans female.
Yeah.
It is a biological man who's identifying as a female, whether it's Rachel Levine or Leah. I can't. Thomas, thank you.
Thomas?
Thomas.
Thomas,
the swimmer.
The swimmer, exactly.
Thomas,
right.
Whatever, the swimmer.
And
I
can't think of a trans male that's been Elliot Gould, Paige Gould. And
but she was famous. She was famous already.
Yes, exactly. That's a great point. Someone who became became famous because of their status as a trans male. And as opposed to, you know, I mean, let's face it, Rachel Levine wouldn't be in the position they're in if they weren't trans.
Nope.
If it was just a
Nope.
schlubby, bald white dude, fat white
Right.
dude, he never would have got picked.
Right.
Well, again, it's alphas and betas, right?
You know,
So you have
Right.
beta males who, you know, decide, hey, if I become a woman, I can be like top woman physically at least,
Yep.
or socially. At this point, at this point,
Yeah.
if you're, you know, you can socially
Sure.
become, you know. I mean,
Yeah, you buy
they
into
named
that.
Caitlyn Jenner Woman of the Year the first year that she was a woman. He was a woman. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but
And
you
that's
never,
acceptable.
but again, like I said, I mean, if you look at by per capita, whatever, there are far more females that have decided they're
Yep.
males, and you never fucking hear
Well,
about it. Never hear
no.
about it. Crickets. I'm like, I mean,
Yeah.
why is that?
Girls.
Why are the trans people that are celebrated in media and culture men pretending to be women?
Yeah. And not the reverse.
And not the reverse.
Nobody cares about girls. Nobody cares about girls.
Yeah.
There's your secret.
Have you seen?
Surprise.
I saw a video as an Instagram video, I think, and some guy was out with like, and he did several different versions of it. It was like, here, do you want a ticket to a WNBA game or $1? And nobody would take the ticket to the WNBA game. And
Holy shit.
I mean, at
See?
all.
Nobody cares.
Nobody would take it. Everybody took the $1. It's like,
yeah. Well, I mean, if
Well-
we lived in a society where women were really valued in the same, and I'm going off, but like if women were really valued in the same way, there would be an uproar about women's sports being completely disrupted by trans
Yep.
men being girls.
Yep.
There would be uproar about women having to give up their private spaces in restrooms and changing rooms. There'd be uproar. But no, we're supposed to sit back and be nice and accept it and say, oh, it's okay. We understand.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody
And
cares.
at some point, some enterprising soul is going to realize that they can really fuck with people through Title IX with like college sports. And I remember this because when I was at the University of New Hampshire, they dropped the baseball program because under Title IX, they had to provide equal sports.
Oh.
Yep.
And they couldn't provide a comparable female baseball softball program. So they just dropped baseball entirely.
Right.
And they're known for hockey and football and
Lots
baseball.
of schools did that.
Yeah. And
somebody
is going to say, you don't need Title IX anymore because everyone can be whatever they want. The girls can play on the boys' team. There's nothing stopping them. Now, they're insane if they do because they will be severely hurt or killed. You know, there's a reason that there are men's and women's divisions in MMA.
Right.
Because you take a comparably trained, same weight male, biological male, and put him in the ring with a same weight, same rank, biological female.
Right.
She will be lucky to live through the fight.
Well, it's happened, Jay.
Right.
Yeah.
They've had several trans MMA fighters who, for some unknown reason, the women agree to fight them, and they just get they get the floor.
Oh yeah, they're broken
the floor.
Yeah,
literally broken bones,
concussions, broken bones. It's a brutal, awful thing, and apparently, everybody's like, well, okay,
yeah, and
it's
that'll
like
stop
insane.
quickly when somebody dies.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
Nope.
I don't think so. It'll, it's just, it's insanity.
And
so anyway.
Yes.
We're almost over time. You got a show and tell, Jay?
I
Besides your
do.
shirt?
If I'm the only
Has a-
one that has a show and
There's
tell,
a shirt.
I can. Oh, there we go. That's my show and tell.
Okay.
I'll save the other one for next week.
Well, as usual,
Okay.
I don't have a
I was
show and
gonna
tell.
I was gonna wear an Irish t-shirt, but then I thought Alan would be left out because he doesn't have like a Black Pride shirt.
Somebody needs to get me a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Oh God! Oh God! You.
Oh no, I'm black and I'm proud.
I'm just. I have not yet seen a Black Lives Matter sticker
Hey.
on a car that wasn't driven by a white person.
Why would you?
I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know who is the most critical person I have ever heard towards Black Lives Matter? Is my black coworker.
Black people?
He is just,
Oh.
it's very similar to how legal immigrants view illegal immigrants. It's like, no, that's,
Yeah.
just an observation. I know anecdote, the plural of anecdote is not data, but it's very interesting.
Yep. Well, on that note.
On that happy note, and I will note that it is well past an hour and my new phone has not died yet.
Yay!
So,
We'll see if that holds up.
Amazing.
I know. I'm just waiting. I'm just like, it's going to back up. Fuck you. Boom.
So we're doing a show next week, right?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no plans.
Yeah, I don't either.
The last Thursday in June, I will not be available. So that's 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today.
Okay.
I am.
Are you doing something fun?
I am. I'm going to Thunder Ranch out in Lakeview, Oregon.
Ah.
I'm very excited. I've never been.
Oh.
I've never been
Nice.
there. It's a firearms training facility for those who aren't.
Well, I'm surprised Oregon lets that exist.
They are looking
Yeah.
to sell, so
Oh.
yeah, that's
They're gonna move to Texas.
yeah. Well, I think the gentleman that runs it is Clint Smith. You may have heard the name. He's outspoken, but I think it's more like he's done. He's he's looking for things to quiet down a bit, and Oregon's gotten so crazy that. But yeah, we have an event out there, so
It's California's hat, so
I'm
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it because I've never been, and I get to go before it closes. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say you may be one of the last people there.
So that's I've been to Gunsight, I've been to Thunder Ranch.
All right.
At some point, I have to get to Sig Academy, and then I've pretty much got the triangle. Yeah, Southwest,
Trifecta.
Northwest, and Northeast. So,
But you've never done Boomer Shoot.
that is in planning.
Oh, good.
I hope can last a few more years because I'm going to take a week off and drive out and
Drive. Holy shit!
I'm not flying.
Driving from Virginia to
I would
Idaho.
try.
Jesus, Jay.
Yeah, it's at least a 2-day trip.
Yeah.
But the plan is once I got my pickup to have a cap on the back and sleep in the back of the truck over the guns.
There you go. All right.
Well,
Well,
it's one of those things you want to bring, a bench and a mat. And there's a lot of equipment, and it's more than I'd want to ship in an air. Either pay to send on an airplane or ship.
Well, I flew with my rifle there, and it was arduous.
Just flying.
Well, and they charge you an oversized baggage fee, and
Yep. And I was at an event where the gentleman attending the event, the airline had apparently drop kicked his rifle case because his scope, not only was it out of alignment, but it was broken.
Oh, wow.
Now he paid thousands of dollars to attend this class, and the rifle and ammunition that he brought were useless.
Great.
So I'm like, yeah, I'll take a few extra days and drive out and maybe I'll, carpool with somebody along the way to, make it a little more bearable. But
All right. Well, we'll be back next week.
Definitely next week.
Is Tig about to roar? If he's going to roar, I want that on the show.
He can be our. Oh,
look, it's Una.
That would not be Tig.
Hey,
Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike.
I think that's
All right.
the
Hold
first
on,
time
Senior
on the
Mike.
show.
I
Anyway,
think
good night, everybody.
Yep.
Good night,
Back
y'all.
next week. Bye, y'all.